Dr. Bridget here with another prescription for success, and this one today has been prompted by a client and it's about following up. So my client has about 20K's worth of business that he can do in the next month, and what he's doing is he's not actually putting what I call a return trip in. He's not booking the return trip with people, and what's more is he hasn't got a diary either. So it just prompted the whole scenario of following up. So why is it important to follow up? Because people expect you to keep your promises. So they're expecting a call, and it's really important to them, if they've agreed to speak to you, for you to do that. So if you don't do it, then you're letting people down, probably you're letting yourself down, and it becomes just one of those things where people start to share, or he never follows up, or he never does this or that, and it can be damaging for your reputation. So why don't people follow up? Well, quite often it's this old theme in LLP, which is about results versus reasons or excuses. And which do you want? Do you want results, or are you going to make lots of reasons and excuses? And the reason that people, or the excuse that people give when they don't follow up, is often what I call a mind read. So people are putting themselves, they're running something in their head which is on behalf of the other person and may not be true at all. So sometimes people say to me, oh, what's the best time to follow up? I mean, maybe they're thinking about the other person's work-life balance. They won't want me to ring in the evening. They won't want me to ring on a Monday, or on a Friday they'll be often doing some other things. Maybe you're thinking that you're bothering people. Well, these people have made an appointment with you, or that you've said that you'd ring them back. So, you're not bothering them, you're just following up on a promise. Or maybe you might think that people aren't interested. Again, it's all a mind read. You don't actually know what's going on in that other person's head. And then maybe you have your own personal beliefs. So there's no time. Maybe therefore you need to think about your time, think about what you're doing, and if you haven't got a chance to follow up because you're so busy, maybe that's something else to look at and think, well, could I make time somewhere? Am I doing too much? I'm not interesting. People aren't going to be interested in talking to me because I'm not interesting. Well, that's a pretty deep belief and something that you might need to work on. The other thing that relates to that is not being good enough. Now, that's probably come from the past, where perhaps things have happened to you and people have criticised you, whether that's in school, whether that's in work, wherever it is. Some of these things might come up for you. So have a think about what's stopping you from following up and make some changes. Commit to booking a return call, as I call it. Put something in your diary. Make sure that people know when you're going to ring up. Stop mind reading. Just ring. You'd be surprised at what happens. And make time. And if you think you're not interesting, or you're not good enough, then book an appointment to have a chat with me, because that's going to scupper your life or your business, and they're not helpful beliefs, and that's easy to change. So Dr. Bridget, another prescription for success on following up. So following up on this, I shall see you next week.